means that there's a parliamentary procedure that's been broken.
Correct.
So please state the parliamentary procedure.
I am.
Okay.
Please don't interrupt me when I'm recognized on the floor.
Okay.
During our last meeting, there was a point of order regarding the names of board members being attached to agenda items. And if you recall that...
That's not, Ms. Pereira,
that is a point of order because it's not the violation of our board policy.
Ms. Pereira,
yes.
we discussed this already at length, and it's not a point of order.
It is a point of order. Anything that's procedurally incorrect, whether it's a bylaw, Robert's Rules of Order, a state statute, is a point of order.
But we discussed this matter at length.
And correct.
And I ruled that it was not a point of, that it was not a violation of our parliamentary procedure.
And Mr. Chair, if you will allow me to finish and stop interrupting me, which I have the right. I have been recognized and I have the floor.
Yes, you do.
Okay.
To discuss the point of order.
And I am
the
discussing
parliamentary procedure.
Right, and I am. Okay? I want to ask you to stop interrupting me. During that discussion, Ms. Baraka, Mr. Gardner, and Mr. McSpirit referenced that that matter should be referred to the governance committee. And you, sir, on page 7, agreed with it, that it should be referred to the governance committee of our minutes. It's there, okay? So now, it did go to our governance committee, and you, sir, served on that committee, and you were at that meeting. Nowhere, although that policy was discussed, 9323, neither you or any member of the committee or any member in attendance addressed this decision that you've arbitrarily made to attach our names to agenda items requested. So although it was agreed it was referred to the committee, nobody on the committee referenced that, even though this particular policy was discussed.
Sure.
So our bylaws are clear. We have an entire policy on agenda. Nowhere it tells you that any board member can request an agenda item. Nowhere in the policy does it say that if you request an agenda item, your name must be placed. On today's agenda, I'm the only board member whose name has been placed next to an agenda item.
Ms. Pereira, that's because you're the only person who made the request.
When I'm speaking, can I ask that you not interrupt me?
Ms. Pereira, but this is not a point of order.
It is a point of order.
No, Ms. Pereira, you state your point of order. I make a decision as to whether you're right or wrong, and I'm saying you were wrong. You continue to be wrong.
First of all, if I'm speaking, you cannot interrupt me until I really
Ms. Pereira, you do not have the floor for indefinitely with a point of order. Robert's rules is clear. We're going to go over that a little bit. You do not have the floor. The point of order, you clearly and succinctly state what parliamentary procedure has been being violated, and I make a decision as to whether or not.
And then we get to appeal.
Exactly, and you can appeal if you decide so.
Okay,
so if you like, you can appeal my
I
decision.
I'm going to appeal your decision as chair because you have
There's
no authority.
There's an appeal made on my decision as to whether Ms. Pereira or not is allowed to continue with her point of order.
No, that's
I have made a rule. I have made a ruling as to as I as the chair made a ruling. Who is in favor of allowing Ms. Pereira's point of order?
No. That's point of order. Sir, first of all, an appeal of the chair is your ruling that you have the authority to do what I'm saying you don't. That is my point of order. Number 2, it's been seconded. Number 3, it becomes a debatable motion, which means it's debated, and the only way you can close discussion is if somebody makes a motion to close questions.
That's not correct,
It is true. Sir, it absolutely is true.
I will cite to you Robert's rules.
You cite it, because I have it right here.
Chair.
Yes, Mr. Spirit.
Yeah, just in the spirit of collaboration versus confrontation. I being one who is not in favor of having a name on the agenda, I, as a member of the governance committee, will make sure that's on our agenda and discussed at our next governance meeting. And maybe we can just move off of that topic and move on.
I want to be clear that if you look at Robert's Rules of Order for Meeting K, to close debate, you must make a motion to close debate, it must be seconded, and you need a 2/3 vote, sir.
Ms. Pereira, that's not correct.
Sir, it's right here.
I'll give you something a little more concrete than a little synopsis of the abridged version.
She has a full version.
Okay, that's fine. I'll give you what Ms. Baraka had, because I think this is important. If you were to open your book to page 375, Ms. Baraka, section 43, you'll note on verse 20 of the Robert's Rules that says exactly the length and the time and the amount that a member can speak during debate. It's clearly stated. No. And it says it's clearly stated. The British version won't give you that, Mr. Pereira. You got to get with.
This is the version that was applied to us by the public school.
That's fine. That's the abridged version of the Robert's
Rules. It doesn't matter, sir.
You can read the entire rule, and I just cited verse, section, and page and you can get the exact what it reads. And I have a copy here.
Sir,
If it would make it easier.
sir, you can never close debate,
Ms. Pereira,
ever.
Ms. Pereira, Ms. Pereira, the rules clearly state on page 375, section 43, maximum time for each speech, okay? A member having obtained the floor while available motion is immediately pending can speak no longer than 10 minutes unless he obtains the consent of the assembly.
Sir,
Okay.
sir, you don't know what you're talking about, which is not unusual.
Right here, Ms. Pereira.
No,
Right here, Ms.
sir,
Pereira.
no, this has nothing to do with the point of order. You
Ms.
don't know,
Pereira,
it's an
that's
incidental
That's
motion.
Ms. Pereira. It has to do exactly what we're discussing. That's exactly what we're discussing. And further, for the interest of time, we're going to move forward.
No.
You made a point of order.
No, you don't need to close debate, sir. See, this is not, let me be clear.
Ms. Pereira,
Let me be
you're out of
clear.
order.
No, sir, you're out
Ms.
of
Pereira,
order.
you're out of order.
This
You
is not a
made point.
dictatorship.
Ms. Pereira.
This is not a dictatorship. We run to a democratic board with
Ms. Pereira.
9 equals. We are 9 equals.
That's not the case,
Your only
That's not
role,
the case, Ms. Pereira.
your
We
only
have an
role,
executive
I'm
board here.
speaking.
Ms. Pereira, it doesn't matter if you're speaking. I am the chair. You made a point of order. We have an agenda. We're going to continue with our
You
agenda.
cannot, sir.
Ms.
It's a
Pereira, yes, you
debatable
can.
motion.
Ms. Pereira.
No,
Ms. Pereira.
no. This is not a dictatorship.
Ms. Pereira.
We don't have a tyrannical form of public school board.
Ms. Pereira, you
We are 9
obstructing
equals.
Ms. Pereira, you have taken the floor. You're obstructing this board. It is a debate. We allow the members to debate. That's the mistake.
Sure, the members get to vote on any point of order. Are you aware of that?
Ms. Pereira, that's what we're doing. You're obstructing
No,
that.
no, no. The
You are
members,
obstructing
no.
that process.
Sure, you don't.
You're making a mockery of